right, Shadow, pick up. Which one? That one? Hey everyone,
Hi,
welcome to TFT,
Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings.
With?
Oberon. and her, Banshee.
And me, Banshee. Boy, are we goofy tonight or what?
Hi, Mama T. We'll get that reading for you.
Yeah, I wrote your name down. I'll put that you want a general.
Have a good evening.
All right. Yeah, get some rest. Have a good night. And welcome everybody. Thanks for coming today on this Thursday night. It sure is hot and sunny here today.
Oh, yeah.
So we're having still some microphone issues. So if the microphone should fail, just let us know in the chat. We'll keep an eye on it as best we can. Apparently the cord I bought, even though it was for my microphone, does not work. So we might have a bigger issue. And for now, we're still trying to get the old cord in there, and it's working tentatively.
I'm mostly able to monitor the sound, but every once in a while I might be distracted. And so if it,
Hey, over here. Stay here. Look at all this room you've got. I switched things up. I moved my tablet so Sunny would
That was
have
a Sunny
some
thing.
space. So welcome, Sunny the cat. I guess the gang is really all here.
Yes, there's the tail. This is the tale of Sunny.
All right, so today I am going to read a card for the collective from Colette Barron Reed's Animal Spirit Oracle. All right, thank you, Mr. O.
You're welcome, Madam B.
And of course, the more room I give him on my end, the less room he gives me to shuffle.
Well, the thing is he really wants to be by me for some
because
reason.
you kept pampering him. And also, he knows he's on camera more fully as he knocks cameras down. Look what he's doing.
He's saying, Mama, don't talk bad about me.
Now, you stay there.
Hello
Stay
to
there.
Sunny. Thank you, Lisa.
Oh, my goodness. He just deliberately is trying to take my space.
Alrighty.
All right, Mr. O. What do you got? Otter Spirit.
Otter Spirit, you are never alone.
Was that upright or reversed by chance when you?
It was actually reversed.
It was. That's important with this deck. So we will read the protection
Level 42.
method. Level 42.
Oh, it says 42.
Yes. So the protection message for Otter Spirit is this. Have you been channeling all your affection to just one person, or counting on only one friend or individual to hold you up? Heedless of your resources all around you, you deserve support and love from many people. And when Otter Spirit arrives, you are reminded that you have a community. Somewhere is another friend who wants to experience the joy of giving to you and seeing your happiness as you receive their gift of attention, affection, and kindness. Otter Spirit wants you to open your eyes to see the love that is available to you from all directions. Do you believe it? Do you feel it? Reach out to someone and you will see that they want to hold your hand as much as you want to hold theirs. Love, support, and friendship are available to you, so connect with community and friends. And that's just such an awesome message, you know. I find that with the social media and making connections with people here on YouTube and Twitter, that, you know, you just do have to reach out and people will respond, you know. I had so many well wishes when I mentioned my health issues on Twitter. And also, you know, people have reached out to me in their times of need and have told me their stories. And, you know, I've tried to offer some support. You know, that's what it's all about. We want to connect, we humans, and it's a wonderful thing when we do. So that's the message for today.
All right. So the decks I have brought for this evening are the Golden Dawn Tarot. That's the Ten of Pentacles. And then I have the Adrian Tarot.
Nice
And that's
deck.
the King of Swords. And then I have the Cat People Tarot. Tarot of the Cat People. And that's the High Priestess. I love that mosaic kind of style. And then I have my Nefertari Golden Tarot. And that's the Magician. All shiny and new. Well, new enough.
Okay, well, we've got the Lenormand tiles again because they're so nice and tiny, but I will get back to using some decks. I vow I will. I will. They're just such fun. And let's see. Then I have, I moved my decks up.
Hi,
here.
Angel.
Sorry. Oh, Angel Rivera. Hey, good to see you on a Thursday night again. All right. And so I've got the Dog Tarot again. Oh, this is the nice Seven of Cups in that deck, and there's bones on the other side as the backdrop.
Lassie, help me
Lassie.
find Timmy. And if you are Americana oriented from the 50s and 60s, you immediately get that.
Yes.
Thanks, Lisa. That was a nice message. Thank you.
And then I have the Mermaid Tarot. Ooh, this one's kind of darky. The High Priestess. Nice. I like
I
that
threw a
one.
High Priestess with my cat people.
And that's by Lisa Robertson, and Julie Dillon did the artwork on that deck. Also, I didn't mention the Dog Tarot is by M.J. Cullinane.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Barbara Moore's Mystic Fairy Tarot. Ah, it's the Fool. And the Fool has my favorite animal on it.
Woof.
Yes. Well, wolf.
Woof. Yes, I like this deck too.
And finally, I have...
Didn't you say finally already?
Did I say that?
I don't remember.
I may have. I lied. Wait a minute. I did the Mermaid. I did the Dog. I did the Mystic.
You did that one.
Oh,
You did it.
I said this was the Mystic Fairy. This is not the Mystic Fairy. This is The Animals Divine by Lisa Hunt. I knew something was awry.
So there is one more.
There is the Mystic Fairy, the Ten of Cups in that deck. This is the one by Barbara Moore.
Gina Queen.
Gina!
Hello, Gina.
Good to see ya. Hey, I am sorry I didn't get the message about your card out today, but I guessed it.
The song, you mean?
Yes, it was those little lies. So, at any rate, I'm sorry. I was so tied up with my doctor stuff this morning.
So I think Gina just lurks there and she waits for some sort of biscuit dog reference. I said woof, and then all of a sudden, there she is. Woof, woof.
So, anyway, so just some mildly good news for my doctor. The bad news is my diagnosis changed, and it's not any better. It's slightly worse, but it's still an MPN, and it is not the worst it can be, and it may never turn into the worst it can be. So I just want to say that the doctor gave me a lot of encouragement today, and also the fact that all of my blood levels are going down, and they're definitely in the normal range now. So that is a good thing. My medicine's working as it should, and should keep me maintained for a while. And the best...
No!
And the bestest...
Look
how
at that, he
did
spun the
do
ball.
that?
He spun the ball.
My Sonny, he is such a little charmer.
And he somehow didn't knock anything over.
The bestest
crazy.
news of all is not Sonny. Stay here.
Just
The
stay there.
bestest news of all is that I'm now going once a month for blood tests, not every week, thank goodness. So that is a real plus for me. So thanks everybody for your well wishes. Just keep me in your thoughts. But, you know, it looks like I'm settling into a new normal for a while. So Let's keep
And
hope alive.
you were totally right about the doily thing, because when
know.
he over here he snagged it up because it's got the little meshy.
I warned Mr. O that Sonny's claws are a
Yay,
little too
kitty.
sharp for this, and that he might take down the whole set. But we'll see how it goes.
No, yay, kitty, if he does that, Angel.
Yeah, so I just feel really good tonight. It was just good to talk. At least now I have a diagnosis that I can pretty much count on is real. You know, who thought there would be another MPN? It's a newer classification, and I had to have it.
So, Banshee, not
sir.
to change the subject too much, but so was that the song that Libra's talking about? Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Well, I think it was, but I'm not sure, Gina. I have to admit, I did not look at the song yet. I feel so bad.
I love that song because it's got both of their voices.
But that was my guess.
Both of them.
That was my guess. I hope I'm right. But the thing is that I spent a lot of the morning writing questions for my
Thank
doctor.
you, Lisa.
So I was in and out of stuff all morning. Anyway, thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. So now I got to make sure I don't fall or cut myself because I can bleed more. That's one of the unfortunate things of all of this. But I'm here. I'm here for the duration. So let's get rolling, Mr.
Okay.
O.
Ready.
So let me go over the list.
We're going to make it. That gas commercial.
All right, so Angel Mary made it in here first, and then my sweet Christina, Lisa, YOLO, Libra Cusp, Mama T wants a general reading. I know she had to leave. She gets up early in the morning. And then Angel Rivera and Gina.
And Divine Universe.
Divine You.
Hi, Divine.
Welcome, Divine You.
We hope we're not telling sweet little lies. I love that song, though. I really do.
Ah, yes, yes,
Fleetwood
yes.
Mac. Christina, the other singer, and then what's her name? The one that everybody knows. Stevie.
Well, Gina, if you saw, I already posted the card for tomorrow because I take my meds at night, and after our show, it's sometimes too crazy for me to do all that. But the card of the day has a song, kind of the words from a song in the beginning of my interpretation, let's just say.
Okay, so I'm here for Angel Mary's question, and I'm
Okay.
going to use the Nefertari deck.
Okay.
So let's get going. A specific thing. How do you want to do that?
Oh, a specific thing. Well, then it should be 3 cards because we'll, well, wait, let's do a yes-no first and let's throw 3 cards. We
Okay,
can do
yeah.
this. Yeah, we'll do that. Sunny, Sunny, Sunny. Is your brush here? Because my goodness. Okay, everybody, you can watch me groom. Well, you probably can't see. I'm going to groom my cat here. Oh, my. That's a lot of hair.
Thank you. Christine McVie. I couldn't quite remember her name.
Oh, yep, Chrissy. Yep. Chrissy McVie. Okay, yes, no first. Let's see if they're a foreigner. And there might be something that pops out at us in the yes, no, too. We'll see. One more. No, no, no. Sunny. All right. Can you get it?
Uh-huh.
Looks like our microphone is working there. That's good. That's good.
As he nearly takes out the camera.
Yeah, I think maybe a little further back next time might work. And too bad we can't have a microphone on Sunny. He is purring like crazy right now.
Okay, the answer is leaning towards yes.
Okay, what is
you
the...
have 2 aces, which means 2 out of 3 chances it's likely, and those are the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. And then you have the 2 of Wands, and it's upright, so that's nice. And the 2 of Wands, I would suggest that this person seems to be kind of successful already, or will be by the time this may happen. It's possible that they're really in charge of a lot of things. They have a lot of authority over certain matters. It's probably business, but it could also be educational things.
It's interesting you say that, because I was going to say I have the feeling that yes, they may be a foreigner. It looks like it's leaning that way, and that maybe, Angel Mary, you're going to meet them through a business connection. Maybe you meet them someplace you are working or someplace you are going to school. So it does sound like you could meet them in, that kind of sense. Let's do the 3 cards.
Alrighty.
And to see what else we get. Because I think we're close on that page, on that one.
Absolutely. So I'll let you shuffle this time.
Will Sunny let me shuffle? That's the question.
You are my little sweet sun man. I love you adorably, except when you knock over cameras.
Well, I will say the song I picked for the card of the day fits that card of the day, and actually, it's a song, whenever it comes on the radio, I'm singing out loud in my car and look really, really bad singing it.
Sweet Little Lies?
No, the song I used for our card of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know the one. Black Eyed Peas. Black Eyed Peas.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't hear me? I cannot whisper to him anymore.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
No, not.
So I had a wonderful little invite from my niece, whose son, so that's my grandnephew, is graduating this summer. And they're going to have an open house later on in the summer. And I haven't seen her in years, a couple of years at least. So it'll be really nice to catch up with them. Who knows, maybe my brother and sister will be there. Or so the rumor goes. And my mom.
So my doctor cautioned me to be careful with travel and other things. I still should probably mask up in bigger groups. Outdoors is a little less worrisome, but indoors, it's a little bit more cautionary. So I got to be a little careful. But they didn't say I could not travel, so...
How are we doing this?
Oh, wait.
Who loves ya?
Thank you. Take those away from me.
Oh,
all right,
yes.
so we have the Queen of Cups here, which is very interesting, because they're trying to get a beat on this person.
Their personality or things about them. And then that's the Star reversed.
But the Sun upright. So there's a very interesting person.
And once again, this kind of leads towards possible education things.
Or successful.
Or successful.
So that's what I was going to lead into. Let me go with this because I have something here. I'm looking at this person, and I'm even going to take the characteristics of the Queen of Cups to describe this person. I feel that they're very emotional. They could be a water sign. And, they sometimes allow themselves to get a little bit depressed. The Star reversed is like that. They feel pessimistic. They're down on themselves. But why? I don't know. Because they're very successful. It seems like they're going to have a lot of business success. That's the way I feel. But on an emotional level, they really do. They're kind of moody.
I think I sense this emotionality too about this person, but I also sense this idea that they're very calming, serene mostly, and that I think that their effect on people is healing in a way, that they sort of have a calming, healing effect on people, but at the same time, they may internalize some of that process of caring for people to bring them a little bit to that depression. But in general, it's exactly what Banshee says. They have a wonderful radiance. They radiate. So they're really like a good person.
They're a good person.
Absolutely.
I agree with
And
you.
successful.
I think that healing with the Queen of Cups. In other words, they're there for you. You know, they are not a cold fish. They're very emotional. So when other people are in pain, they're there to support them. But they also allow some of that. You know, maybe they just have a problem. You know, they absorb these things like a sponge, and they don't know how to put up a barrier so that they protect their own emotions, you know, from being affected by others.
They can get pulled into to that.
Yeah, so, but I think it sounds like a really good person.
So now the Lenormand. Ooh. The moon.
The
And
bear. You know, I think this is going to be a powerfully strong relationship for you.
But you're going to be more in charge, maybe.
You might be, yeah, that could very well be true.
The bear.
I also sense here there's just a lot of aura of success around here. You know, like your financial well-being is pretty much assured. You know, with that bear, and the moon also has that little romantic tinge to it there, you know. So I think this is a romance that's going to grow into a pretty powerful union.
Well, it may be a romance where there are very much complementary energies and traits between you. Maybe you're the less emotional one because he's the more emotional one, that kind of thing. But you complement each other, and you just seem to have a blessing of radiance with the moon and the sun.
Now remember, we can't give you a money guarantee on this, but this is what the tarot's looking like today, and boy, does that look awesome, you know? I have to say, I would like this guy too. Oh.
We love him too, Angel Mary, but we saw him first. Yeah. No, well, we didn't.
We're taking him. Anyway, that's what we have for you.
Thank you
hey,
very
good
much.
luck with that. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, my sweet Christina. You are up, and after my sweet Christina's Lisa, Yolo, Libra, Mama T, Angel Rivera, Gina, and Divine You.
All right. So tomorrow my show will once again premiere at 7 a.m. In the morning. That's Oberon's Outlook on the Emotion Exchanges, and we will be there, tired, bleary, who knows, drinking some coffee, but we're there to kind of guide you through the reading.
I'll try to get myself up, Mr. O.
Okay, maybe it'll just be me, but it is the emotional elements of next week, so find out what are the romantic prospects, or who's thinking nice things about you, or what nice things you're going to think about others.
Well,
you're welcome.
Any sneak peeks on that?
No.
Watch the show is what
Thank
he
you.
says.
Yeah, it was pretty beautiful, I think.
Okay, let's see. We got my sweet Christina's questions. Round lights fluttering around the backyard. Were they fairies? Ah. Wow, I want to know.
Us paranormal types are taking
grab
a little bit of beating from some people in the media, especially this thing with the UFOs. There's a couple people that continually get out there and crank on the fact that all those things, those are just dust motes. Those are just little orbs of light. You know, you're not seeing a flying saucer or some spirit. It's just a dust mote.
Well, tell the military that.
Tell the military that. Thank you.
Sheesh. Anyway, I don't discount anything. I had my own ghost experiences in paranormal. And hey, I'd love to believe in fairies, frankly. And I'm using the fairy deck. We'll do a yes-no on this, don't you think?
Yeah. To me, fairies, we call them fairies, they're basically nature spirits. They're non-human entities that have an intelligence, and maybe their essence is aligned with certain essences of the planet, as in living things. So maybe they're spirits in the forest or the brooks. You know, everything is kind of animate, if you think about it, the animism concept of the Far East, that everything has its own life or energy.
Well, and you're welcome, Angel Mary. If you're still here, you're welcome. Glad you enjoyed it.
It was fun for us,
I
too.
love giving good news. I wish I could do it, like, all the time.
All right. No!
Are you... Come here. You
He's got to do it this way. He's got to go this way and around.
Why is he doing that? I just don't get him.
Because he can.
You. If that was sassy, the whole set would go down.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh my goodness.
He's like a bolt of lightning when he does that. I'm just amazed that he can flip between the camera and the ball here. Just cuts right through us and didn't knock it over. Now he's watching Mommy, but he's going to knock it over if he rolls over, which it looks like he's getting ready to do.
I know.
Don't roll over.
He's going to do it.
There he goes.
Well, this is a real interesting one. We didn't get, it's leaning towards no. But let's see here. You've got the 9 of Cups. And then you had the Ace of Pentacles, the 1 Ace reversed. And then you had the 4 of Wands, our friend the 4 of Wands, which just happens to be our card of the day for tomorrow. So on Twitter and Facebook. So that's interesting. But it's interesting because it's like a really interesting no. It's kind of like maybe you want them to be, you wish them to be, but they were not.
Well, maybe the wish, the hope, the idea that they could be is challenged or whatever by the fact that maybe they are just something else.
Oh.
And it's something that you can't exactly understand, or maybe nobody can understand. I don't know why I'm getting that from the 4 of Wands. Maybe it's just because we're looking at, this is like a celebration here. But if I saw fairies hovering around my backyard, I think I'd be celebrating. Or I'd be thinking they were celebrating. Like, yay, it's spring. We're going to go out and do the happy dance. So, I don't know. It is a little... It's like, it is a qualified no. It doesn't exactly feel like it's leaning towards no, but the cards seem to say it's not exactly what you think. It's a dream. It's a wish. I mean, in a way, this is a dream too, this idea of a perfect relationship or perfect event. So only that Ace of Pentacles is there to say anything, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't talk about the 4 of Wands yet. The 4 of Wands...
Go on.
I will. So the 4 of Wands, it's interesting. I wonder if it's trying to say there's another explanation for it. It was something else tangible. Because isn't the 4 of Wands kind of like a foundation is in place, right?
That's true. Yeah, you could think of it that way.
I wonder too if somehow it wasn't... So you said they were kind of like lights, right? They were lights that you saw. It maybe didn't look fiery, but I'm wondering if it has some kind of fire elemental quality to it, because the wands are fire, or either that or it's some other earth elemental, I feel, because also with the 4 of Wands, you see these wands planted firmly into the earth. So I think that's why I'm getting what I'm getting about that.
So maybe you weren't supposed to see them, and so they're influencing our card reading. Nah, you didn't see them.
Well, I think you wish they were fairies, but they may be something else. I'm getting that. But I don't get that that's anything you have to worry about. These are very, very positive cards. So let's see what the Lenormand has to say about that. I don't believe I pulled this one again. And I ruffled through those.
Okay, so Banshee has pulled the Moon, and I have pulled the Lady. And I think that you are looking at mystery. You are looking at enchantment.
Yes,
we're moving
because-
towards midsummers, and of course that's like a magical time of the year. So maybe there is just something more there, but you just aren't quite ready to know exactly what it is.
I totally think it's something mystical, Maybe it was spirit. I mean, it's possible too. It was just spirits passing through that you were lucky enough to catch and see. I do think there's something definitely mystical about it, and you were able to see it.
You are looking at it, so you're on to something.
But
it
I
just
don't
may
think
take
the
time to figure out.
fairies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the fairy tarot telling you that. So I have to take it on their authority. So that's what we have for you, my sweet Christina.
Well, what's some of those things about fairies or elves or things like you put a shoe out in your front porch, and if they're nice, they'll put a coin in it, or I don't remember.
Is that them, or is that
Old
brownies?
folklore.
Or
Maybe it's brownies,
I'm wondering
yeah.
if it's,
Some old folklore. Small like bugs.
It's interesting. Hey, you're welcome.
All right.
Were they fireflies? I'm waiting for firefly season. We get them around here.
Yeah, we do get some fireflies around here. They had went away a little bit for a couple years, but the last couple summers they've been back.
I don't know if they'll be back or not, though. Some people have put those lights on that go on at night,
That
and
tends to move them
yeah,
away.
the fireflies don't like that because they like the dark because the lights are their mating thing.
That's right.
So yeah.
Okay, so I guess Lisa's next. We have their question.
Yeah, Lisa's next, and then Yolo, Libra, Mama T, Angel Rivera, Gina, and
So she's asking if her daughter is going to stay with a fellow named Andrew, or is she going to find a nice guy? How do we want to do
Well,
that?
how do you want to do that? I guess we should do the yes/no first,
Okay.
and see if they're going to stay together, and then we'll know to take it from there. You are a piece of work, Sonny, and this is not going to work. You can't have the camera here.
Yeah, he's really pushed it to the max.
And the more room I give him, the more room he takes.
I don't know what we can do.
I think we need a special low table here that only he can sit on. Or a chair between us that
But
we
he
can
comes
get him
and
to
goes
sit
so
on.
often. We would
Yeah, I
have to
know.
maybe
No.
chain him to his throne.
And he knows I'm talking about him. He knows. See, he wants to attack me now. How dare you talk about me?
Your shuffle.
I know.
Losing space quickly here.
I know. I get to play the hermit again.
I don't like that look on you. So is this a yes or no?
It is.
Okay.
You're doing a lot of counting today. You are trouble. You are, Sonny. But how has he perfected that sliding through there? That just cracks me up. I have to see that on camera. This is through. We'll have to watch
we'll
the
have to-
video.
Okay, wow, pulled out right at the end.
Looks like they may stay together.
It's leaning towards yes.
But that's an interesting card. The nine.
It may be that the relationship offers her some sense of comfort that she likes, or some sense of autonomy that she likes, or that she's willing to deal with. I don't know that this is applying to Andrew, the other person.
No.
But I think that it is maybe saying that this is something that gives her something that she can deal with or wishes to stay for.
It seems like she will keep him because she feels there's a sense of comfort, there's a sense of security, there's a sense of stability. And I do feel like what he says, because oftentimes the Nine of Pentacles shows the solitary woman in a garden enjoying a solitary life. But in a relationship question, we can just say that she's going to enjoy her life with, what?
Is she a captive there in some way? Is she held there? Is that why this is a solitary person? Because they're sort of caught there?
No, that is not
in
what
the situation.
well,
It's just a thought that came to me, like maybe it's not exactly easy for them to leave the situation. Is that possible?
No, it's too positive. I mean, maybe if it was reversed. Because you know what? No, Mr. O, if it was reversed, it would be conditions that weren't necessarily conducive, which would be like entrapment.
Okay.
So I kind of feel upright. This is positive. And I feel there's a sense of comfort and security. And also, I think you had it right the first time when you talked about autonomy. Mm-hmm. You know, she'll be able to develop her own interests and her own goals. She'll be given room to breathe, which a lot of relationships can be stifling, and they're all consuming. This gives her some room for personal growth. Oh, really? Uh-oh. Well, I am sorry.
So I don't know how that alters, our reading necessarily.
Oh, I see what you're saying, though, because, right, you want her to find a nice man. Well, I don't know. She feels, whether it's true or not, she feels a sense of security with him.
So I have pulled the Sith.
The what?
The Scythe. Scythe.
And the birds.
Ooh, so the birds informs the Scythe, right?
Yeah, is that pointing away from it, or it's pointing towards it?
You tell me.
Pointing towards it. It's going to cut the birds. So, they...
Oh, I know what this means.
Oh, okay, go on.
She probably is not in a position or an ability to appreciate any cutting words about the person, any gossip, or she would go to some possibility of trying to stifle that, cut it. Or maybe that's him too in a way, I don't know. That just maybe, because birds are about gossip and news, and so maybe there's a sense of somebody wanting, in other words, I mean, maybe this could just be like behind closed doors, they think their relationship works. Outsiders maybe don't. I don't know.
Well, right. I think they feel like they're dealing with a lot of people talking about them. I definitely picked that up, and they want to cut that.
Yeah.
They feel the cutting words of others, and it does bother them, whether it's true or not. I guess. But I do feel here that for some reason she does not want to move from this. Maybe it won't be like the how should I say this, her final relationship. But I do feel right now the cards are indicating that she's not willing to move at this time because for some reason she feels very comfortable there.
There's nothing here that says that there's something majorly toxic or destructive about the relationship. So it doesn't seem like there's any possibility of danger or harm. There just seems to be a sense of them liking what they're doing and maybe not necessarily liking others, take on it.
I mean, so I see what you're saying there, Mr. O, especially with what Lisa said, but that card was upright. So I just...
It's true.
And,
I agree.
Some people just don't know. From the outside looking in, we look at a relationship differently than the people who are on the inside. And so
we don't know that,
And so, until she takes off those rose-colored glasses, she's just going to look at it from the angle of, I feel secure and comfortable here.
But any parent really wants, something good for their child and may feel that, they know something or they have feelings that they want to say or express, so.
Right, so don't blame you at all, and I wish you the best and hope, that either this person turns themselves around, or, this guy, or, your daughter sees the light. So good luck with that, Lisa.
Thanks for coming.
And
okay.
Yolo.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yolo, you are up, and Libra Cuss, Mama T, Angel Rivera, Gina, and Divine You. Oh, okay, well, thank you.
It's
Yeah,
good to know that. Yeah.
I kind of figured that was going on here. So, all right. Are you biting Mama T's pen? She gave me that.
Libra, you'll be after YOLO, but we'll keep your question there.
You silly. Here's your mouse. Whoa.
Okay, your deck?
Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess it is. He dropped a mouse. Doggone it. Okay. let me
From
just
my
look at the
perspective, it
question a
looked like
minute.
you dropped it.
Hi, how are you? Okay, though this is a one question.
You're welcome. No problem, Libra.
How will it be overall? Well, so that sounds like that 3-card one I used to do, sort of.
Okay.
And we'll just have to see if we can find a when
Sure.
in the mix here. All right.
And I'm sure that there'll be a bottom card.
You think? Oh yeah, it's YOLO. Of course we will.
Oh,
All right.
block them out. Block them
I'm
out.
putting my cards there now. He can't. Will he get through there? No.
Hopefully not.
With Plan B.
Yay, kitty blockade.
I know, we're no fun. That's what he's gonna think.
He'll just try to come this way then, and I'll have
Well,
to
he
deal.
will, but
Yeah.
he can't do that run around. And I can always slap my hand down. So, let's see.
Suppose maybe if we have a long-range planning session about our staging area and things, we might have to come up with something. I like the idea about having a special spot for him. The thing is he never stays in one spot.
I don't know what we're gonna do with him. But he's great. I wouldn't trade him for anything.
That's right. He's our luck.
Okay, so I'm looking for a court card, right?
Or is it the... Yeah, court card. I'm sorry.
Oh, but I got one. Okay.
Then the nature,
And then I'm looking for the
nature arcana.
the theme is next. And then the right. Sorry. Had to remember. Whoa. And then finally just the next card, right? And then we'll do the bottom card.
Well, let's wait on
Yes.
that one. It's there.
So
Okay.
we have the Page of Swords as the first card. So what about this person? This is somebody who might be younger, your age or younger.
Or young in spirit.
Young in spirit. Somebody who's always learning. Somebody who is
Curious.
curious. I like that. And somebody who is fairly balanced, I think.
Graceful.
Yeah, knows how to say the right things at the right time.
But there's also a physical grace about them too. Like maybe it's a metaphor, but maybe they dance through their life in a way. You know, they just sort of know how to move.
Okay, so what's the theme of the relationship?
Oh dear, it's the devil.
Yeah, it's a devil upright.
There's going to be some obsessiveness about this relationship.
Yeah, I don't know on whose part here.
It could be that really it's just so much like either whatever the attraction is, opposites or the same. It's a magnet, baby. It's just going to pull you guys together. And of course, a lot of it is going to be very physical. It's going to be a very physical relationship, no doubt.
Mr. Emotional Exchanges talking here.
And Scorpio.
Scorpio. So he knows about this devil card. But the devil card could also indicate, a little bit, close is fine. but too close can be stifling. You know, you both need room to grow
Codependency.
and room to breathe. Yeah, so you're going to be battling that a little bit through your relationship, being too dependent on one another.
And that is a danger, is that being highly attracted physically in other ways is probably really cool and intense, but don't let it develop into a codependence where things don't matter at all unless there's a total reliance upon each other. You need to be dependent of each other too. So.
Well, and the other thing I was going to say about that card, oh gosh, I may have to go back to it. I had something in my head. It's gone. The obsession. Oh, the fact that it could be a very, very big sexual attraction.
Yeah.
Because that also, Scorpio, is the devil card.
It goes without saying, although this card really pertains more to Capricorns, but I have an astrologer friend who says Scorpios are impatient Capricorns and Capricorns are patient Scorpios.
Whatever.
Whatever.
And then we have the Queen of Swords, which is really interesting. We have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And this is basically, so where is this relationship headed? That's a real nebulous card for me. What do you think?
In terms of the context here, yes, because the Queen of Swords is kind of like the epitome of a good judge that you want, somebody who's very objective but pretty much very procedural. So this could be saying that once the initial attractions have kind of met their balance and everything is more or less on some even keel, the relationship may be about those kind of qualities being very procedural in terms of your goals together, your aspirations, or your mutual projects together. So maybe that you will have a very fine agreement about things because you really have a decisive way of wanting to take care of them.
I feel like you're going to connect, and it probably will, turn into something more stable and like marriage. I feel that this, I almost want to say that, I don't know, that this might be you. One of these might be you. I don't know if you're an air sign, but it's possible that the person coming to you is an air sign. We have all the sword energy here.
Are you trying to say that maybe YOLO is the person who's more dominant in the relationship?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking myself, is that
Sure.
you might have to be where, I don't want to say wear the pants in the sense of, you'll be the breadwinner.
Provide the direction.
Right, but that you'll be the guiding light, I think, in this relationship. And let's look at what's on that bottom. And also, let's see if we can do something with timing. I'm going to look at the Lenormand and see if we can figure
Okay, Gina, we got that.
something with that.
So Judgment Reversed was at the bottom. And I know you didn't ask for it yet, but you almost always do, YOLO. So what did you want to say about that?
Well, it's the card on the bottom, and Judgment is kind of, I think the one point about this relationship is that you have to be careful not to be too critical of each other, and to cut yourself some slack. I think there's an issue here with, and swords can be like that sometimes, It can be a little bit calculating, a little bit colder, so you just got to be careful to make sure that you're being objective with one another and fair.
I think that this is sort of the corollary or the contrast from the devil.
Really?
Because
Okay.
I think this card, the bottom card, is saying that you need to make sure that, of course, your life does have some spiritual things going on with it, that you don't negate the spiritual. Judgment Reverse sometimes is like a negation of spiritual thought or belief. I don't necessarily believe that's possible of you, but I do believe that sometimes people get involved in such heady relationships that it really pulls them into spaces that they're not really, normally like, moved away from their spiritual center. Huh?
No, well, I didn't want you to do that yet, but you hold that one. Hold
Okay.
it. I pulled this one because I was trying to get a bead on timing, because I know timing was important to you, and I pulled the snake. And so the snake has the number 7 on it. This could indicate 7 months, 7 years, 7 weeks. I wouldn't say that this big relationship is going to solidify in that time, but I feel you could meet somebody possibly, within a couple months to, a little bit longer, but it has to do with the number 7.
So what does the value of mine mean then?
Well, we're going to just do a traditional Lenormand besides, but I wanted to do that for timing.
Oh, I see. So I have pulled the actual
Yes,
first one.
and I pulled
Well, it's quite curious because it is the fox.
And it is the anchor. So I'm getting an interesting read off of this. For some reason, I'm thinking that, the relationship is going to require work over time. I mean, the anchor, is, the fox is about work generally. So I'm looking at this in relation to a relationship question. And then the anchor is about staying in place, stuck, stable. So I think that what it's saying to me is, you guys are going to be working things out a lot. It's not that you're going to have a bad relationship, but it's just going to require work, to keep it going, to keep it lively, to keep it alive.
I would agree with that. I sort of get the feeling, too, that maybe this person has an element of polysensualness about them, that maybe they feel sensuous about themselves, and I sort of think that's in line with what we've seen. And so it is possible that they may be a flirtatious sort, not that that necessarily leads to its outcome, but it may be just one of those kind of things that you'll have to understand that that's their personable, flirtatious manner, and that they may not be able to change it easily, but it may be actually a fun part of your relationship. This could actually be saying that you're always going to have a flirtatiousness in your relationship. It's never going to get old or stale because something sort of drives the idea of being foxy.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that better.
Well, that's what we have for you, Yolo. I hope that helps. I don't think it looks negative at all.
No,
the devil,
looks pretty cool.
Obviously, hey, all relationships have their codependencies, let's face it. So you just have to maintain perspective, the perspective of those sword cards. Be objective, try to be fair with each other, and just know, all relationships, if they're going to last a test of time, you're going to have to work through some stuff, over those years. It just sounds like a typical, pretty stable relationship to me.
So I hope you like that.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming.
And Libra Cusp, you are up.
And earlier, Libra had said what was coming.
Okay, all right.
So we'll give him a mention. Oh, yes, right. Okay, so I want to use my Adrian Tarot. So Libra, oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Do what I can. I'm in it to win it. Okay, so after Libra's Monty, Angel Rivera, Gina, and Divine You. And Gina wants just an oracle, right?
Yeah, do you have one around?
Well, I have that animal one still here. So
Very good. That'll work.
It's a nice one, so.
Recently, Mr. O got a new deck too. It's not going to be shown or talked about much right now, but it will be later. It's very beautiful. It's a little bit of a departure, but in some ways it's also pretty similar to most tarot decks, but I like it. I like the initial concept. And I had to get it from Mary Ode, England.
From England, and he got one of 200 that have been made, so it's
And
kind of
autographed.
he got an autographed copy, so it's really nice.
So you are blessed when I share it with you.
Okay. okay.
Okay, Libra, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, we'll mention it. Your reading is starting at about 5 minutes to our second hour. And I know you just want
If
to
they've
know what
stayed
was
that
coming
long
for
to
you.
hear that, then they're here for it.
I don't know. You've lost me.
Well, I mean, you're saying it now, so they have to watch the tape up to this point to hear that.
I guess so, but I'm just saying that if they do show up, I'll say, oh, well, we started at 5 to 8.
We should probably post a note on our page. So what time was that again?
5 to 8. Okay, so moving right along.
7:55. All right.
And it's the Six of Cups reversed. There you are. I knew
you
you
are
were
there.
around. I
Okay.
knew you were. She didn't, but I did.
Well, you were the one who brought it up if you're
Okay.
not here.
Well, your first card is the reverse Six of Cups. I love the pretty colors there. Then we have the reverse Seven of Swords.
You know, this is kind of my color palette. I like those colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have the upright Tower.
Oh my.
Kind of an
So we've got
interesting-
two reversals here. And
the
what is that?
Tower.
The Seven of Swords?
Yeah, it's the Seven of
Ah.
Swords.
Well, to me, it seems like something from the past may blow up in the present, Libra. You know, the Tower is all about something coming crashing down. So I think something is going to go down. It's not going to be very pleasant emotionally, and it seems to have roots in your past. It doesn't have to be the very far past, but
No.
there's some connections. Either it's with an old friend, an old relationship, some old thing, and some old thing resurfaces. There was a family issue.
I'm sort of wondering if as something from the past, whether it's a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, years ago, and it maybe has something to do with either a miscalculation on your part, an attempt to maybe do something that would not gain a lot of attention, but would kind of